Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will basically show you how to paginate your images. We will basically build a image gallery kind of an application. Here you will see your pagination controls out there, first page, previous page, last page, and all these pages will be there, 4, 5, 6. So whenever you launch this application, Node.js and Express application guys, so this will be the demo I am showing you what we will be building in this tutorial. So right here we have a choose file button guys, where we will basically select our image files to, and then we have a upload images button right here, and then we have the pagination controls out there. Let me select some image files guys. So now let me select these image files. 6 image files we have selected guys. Click on upload images. So now what you will see guys, basically we have only one page out there because we have configured inside our pagination project. If you open my server side code right here, I am basically using a middleware function which is express paginate. This is a module that we are using, and here we have configured that on a single page you need to show 6 images. So I can change this to 2 images on a single page. So now it will calculate the number of pages which is required for this purpose. If I just refresh now, and I just need to restart the application for that. So once again, if you refresh your application now guys, you will see it has calculated the number of pages which is required for this. So 2 images are displaying on a single page. So if I navigate to the second page, the next 2 images will show. If I navigate to the third page, the last image will show. And if I go to the first page guys, the first page will be there. You can see the URL structure guys. This is, we are running it on localhost 3000, and the page number is equal to 1. Especially in pagination guys, these two things are very much important. What is the current page number, and the limit simply means that how many images you are displaying it in one page. So basically we are calculating this and changing it. If I go to the second page, this page value will change guys. You will see page will become 2 and limit will remain constant. And now if I go to the last page guys, it will go to the last page. And then if I want to go to the previous page, I can go to the previous page, which is 2. So these are navigation controls which are there in pagination guys. So now once again, if I revert back to 3 images per page, well, so what it will do, I just need to restart the server. So every time I make this change guys, I need to restart the server. So now it will display three images per page. Now you can see 3 images are displayed. You can see that. So now if I add some more images right here, let's suppose I add some more images, click on upload. So now guys, you will see basically I can go to the next page. The last page will be right there. So 12th, it has basically made 12 pages because the images are very much. So you can see on the 11th page, this will be this, 10th page, 9th page, 8th page, 7th page, 6th page, 5. So this is all the pagination controls that we have added guys. You will see that. So in this tutorial I will show you how to implement this functionality from scratch. So if you need the full source code of this project guys, at the end of the video, in the video description, I have given the full source code. You can directly purchase the full source code from PayPal in a United States dollar, or you can go to stripe.com and purchase the source code in Indian rupees. So the full source code alongside with the directory structure is given guys of this project. You can go to it. Now let's start the tutorial guys. I will start it from scratch and we will build this tutorial from scratch. So let me delete all this and start from scratch. So first of all guys, let me tell you what we are using right here. We are using the Express Paginate middleware library. If you don't know, basically let me show you. If you go to npmjs.com, we have a module called as Express Paginate. So it basically is a pagination middleware specially available for Express framework in Node.js. So it is, you can see it has got 4,936 downloads. So we are using this middleware in our project. So what you need to do is that just initialize the empty package.json file guys, npm init -y. After that, what we need to do, we just need to install these modules, which is npm I EJS. EJS is a template engine, Express, Express Paginate, and Multer. And the fourth library we are using, guys, in order to upload the images into a certain directory from which we are basically picking up the images. So Multer library is used for this purpose. So after this, guys, we will simply make a index.js file for our Node.js project, Express project. So first of all, we will basically import the Express library, and we will basically make a new Express app. We will listen on port 5000. You can see that, and after that, guys, we will also import all the other libraries which are needed, which is Multer library as well, in order to upload images. EJS is required, is a template engine, so just require it. It doesn't require, you don't need to require EJS, guys. We can simply set the view engine like this, view engine app.set view engine, and right here you can just pass EJS. So this will set the view engine, and now right here, guys, just make a views directory, and right here we will store index.ejs. EJS is a template engine. You can see we are storing this directory. This is the extension of EJS template engine. And right here, just make a public folder, guys, where we will be storing our images. So public slash, in the public folder, we have made a uploads directory where we will be storing all our image files which will get uploaded. So the very first thing we need to do, we need to set a public folder as static. So what we can do is that in Express, we can use a middleware, express.static, and we will set the public folder as static. So after you do this, guys, we just need to import our Express Paginate module. Express Paginate middleware. So this is required for the pagination, guys, this module that we have imported right here. And we will also need the file system module, guys, in order to read the images which are present inside the public slash uploads directory. So we will need this, and after that, guys, what we need to do, we also need to include the path module if we haven't. Yeah, we also need to include the path module, which is a built-in module in Node.js. So after you do this, all these things, guys, what we need to do is that we need to now include the pagination middleware. So what we can say, app.use paginate.middleware, and here we will pass two things, guys. This is the number of items that needs to be displayed on one page. So this you can configure anytime, guys. You can change this value. So let's suppose I only want to display 3 items per page, and the second argument simply means the maximum number of items that will be displayed on a single page. So I can simply set a limit here, 50 here. So we will only display a maximum of 50 images, not more than that. So this is the actual number in the first argument, and the second argument simply means the maximum number of images that you can display. So we have set a limit right here. So these are two completely different things. And now we just need to um, initialize the Multer library disk storage. And here we need to tell Multer where we are storing our files. So we will be storing it inside the public slash uploads directory, and then the file name, what file name which will be given. So we will have basically this callback function which will actually give null date.now path.extension name. We will also include the extension name as well, file.original name. That's all. So after that, guys, we just need to say here upload, and we will basically pass it to the storage as a argument here to the Multer library. You can see that. So after this, guys, we now just need to make our index.ejs file here, and simply write inside this file, guys, we will basically have a simple form which will actually allow us to upload the images. So image gallery, and we will have a form here slash upload. Method will be post and encoding type multi-part form data. So right here guys, we will basically have input type file. Name attribute, we just need to give images and multiple. So here we can upload multiple files, select multiple files, and then we will have basically a button right here which will say here upload images. So button type will be submit, and we will basically have a class of pagination. So here we will display our pagination controls, the number of pages. So for now we just need to upload the files first of all. So we just need to make this post request slash upload in the index.js file. So we will simply make app.post slash upload, and we will pass this middleware. So it contains an array method right here. So array method simply means that if you are uploading multiple files, how many image files you need to upload. In the second argument, I will provide 100. So it is saying that a maximum of 100 files can be uploaded simultaneously. So this images is coming from the name attribute that we have given right here guys to this HTML element. So this needs to be the same here, whatever you are giving right here. So then basically it returns a callback function. So when the images are uploaded, what we will simply do, we will redirect it to the same page, home page, like this. So what it will do guys, let me check if this is working. Localhost 5000. We just need to start this application. So we can basically use nodemon tool, nodemon index.js. So it will start our application whenever it makes any kind of changes. So right here, we just need to write a get request. We forgot to write that. So we just need to render out this template, response.render index. This is in EJS guys. We have a method render which will render out this EJS template, and refresh. Now we basically have this image gallery form right here. If I select these image files guys, click on upload, so it will redirect to the same page. And if you check now inside your public directory guys, all the image files that you selected, it is uploaded using this Multer library. Now we just simply need to display these images in the browser guys alongside with the pagination controls. So how we can do that? We will now basically write our uh, instead of doing this like this, we now need to calculate the pagination. So the logic will be coming right here. So instead of doing like this, we just need to read all the files in the public slash uploads folder. So for doing that, we will use the file system module. We will use the read directory method, and here we will pass the address of the directory, which is public slash uploads. So here we are reading the content of this public slash uploads directory guys, you can see that. And right here we will basically say if any sort of error take place, we will console log the error, and we will simply say the status of 500 that error reading image directory, like this. So if no error take place, then in the else block we will actually display the pagination. So we will basically first of all calculate how many images are there. So we will basically use files.filter method. As files is a array, we can basically use these methods, ES6 methods. One such method is filter. We can filter out the files. For each file we will basically check the extension here. If the file ends with, there is a method out there, either JPG or PNG. We'll use the OR operator right here. So PNG, sorry, dot JPG and dot PNG, because we only need to select images guys. That's why we are having this condition. We are using the filter method to actually only sort the images. So after you get all the images in the images variable, guys, we now need to calculate the number of images. So what we can do is that we can count it, make a new variable and calculate images.length. It will now console log the number of images. Let me print out this value just to check if it is working or not. So what it will do, guys, let me select, click on that. So if you now check, it will print out 15 images will be there, guys. You will see it is printing out a total number of 15 images are there in the directory. So you can just count right here also. So basically it is giving us the total number of images which are present in the folder. So after calculating this, we will now calculate how many pages will be required for the pagination of these images. So there is a simple math formula, guys, math module we will use right here. And we will basically pass this item count divided by the request query dot limit. So what is the limit that you set, guys? So this limit comes from this middleware that we set right here. We want 3 images to be displayed on a single page. So this limit will be 3. This limit will be 3 coming from request.query.limit. This will be divided by 3. So this will gives us the total number of pages which will be required, guys. After that, we will basically calculate the paginate result variable. And this we will use this middleware, which is paginate, as we basically, you can see that we are basically using this variable. This is actual module. And this module contains a method which is get array pages. And we will basically pass the request. And the second argument we need to pass is the limit, which is 3 images for now, item count, and request dot query page, the actual page number. So these 3 things you need to pass, guys. And if you now console log the paginate result, so if you just refresh now in the console, if you look, so it will basically gives you 3 pages, guys. You will see that uh, these are the 3 pages that it gives you. These are array of objects here. You will see number 1, number 2, number 3. So 3 pages will be displayed on the page, and you can see that. So now we simply need to display these pagination page controls in the browser. So after we calculated this, what we need to do, we now need to calculate the start index, request.skip. This will be there, and the end index. So this is little bit math, guys, for the pagination. You just need to copy this code. The end index will be coming from start index plus request.query.limit, and then we will get the paginated images by using slice method. We will pass the start index and the end index. And then we also need to calculate the current page, guys. So current page will be request.query.page. This will be the current page. And also we need to convert this into integer. So here we will use parseInt. If current page is not available, then it will be as the first page. So we will write here 1. So here we are using the ternary operator. If this value is present, then we need to convert that value to number. If this value is undefined, then this one number will be there, the current page number. After that, guys, we will calculate the previous, last, and next buttons. Previous button value will be current page greater than 1. If the current page is greater than 1, in that case, we will put a ternary operator, then request.base URL. This will give us the base URL, and then this dynamic ternary of this will be current page -1. This is little bit math, guys, you need to do, and limit is equal to request dot query limit. So this is the previous things, guys. So this is little bit complicated, guys. So what I will do is that I will simply copy paste this, just paste it here, so that let me explain you after that what is happening right here. So just let me format the document. So what we have done, guys, we have calculated the values of the previous button, next button, first button, last button of the pagination control. So here we have used some math here. The full source code will be there, guys, in the description of the video. So you can basically purchase the full source code. So lastly, we are basically passing all the values, guys. These are the array images. These are the number of pages which will be there. Previous button, next button, first, last. All these values we are passing it to the EJS template, guys. You will see that all these 5 variables. Now we need to display these variables in the browser. So just open your index.ejs file, guys, and right here we will display it. So little bit styling you need to do, guys. So just add the styling code as well. In the full source code you will get the styling code as well. For the sake of this tutorial, this is not about CSS. That's why I am not writing this CSS code step by step. So I've just copy pasted it. And now in the pagination here, guys, it's very simple. Basically, we will use some EJS syntax, which is angular bracket percentage sign, and then if the first page is available. So these are simple if else conditions, guys, that we have written right here. So it is simply means that if the first page value is available, then we will print it in the href like this. So now to print the variable, we will need to write here equal sign as well, first, like this. So if you see now, guys, if I refresh now, you will see first button will be displayed right here. The images will not be displayed right here, but first button is there. Similarly, we can basically display the previous button as well. We just need to change here previous and just write here previous. So previous button is also there. If I refresh now, so previous button is not there here. Okay, we also need to display the images as well for that. So now to basically display the images, guys, it's very simple. We will display first of all the images. So for displaying the images, we would use pages for each loop. As you can see, guys, in the index.js, pages is an array. So right here, we will actually use the for each loop for each page. We will close it using these brackets, guys. So inside this for each loop, guys, we will simply say page.url, and again we will just page.number for the numbering. So if you know EJS, guys, you will definitely know what I am doing right here. If I refresh now, so the pages will be displayed right here. This is the first page, second page, third page. Images still will not be shown here. Let me now tackle the images part. So first, let me also have our next button and the last button as well. So this will be for the next, and this one will be for the last. So now you can see next, last buttons, previous buttons are also showing here. Now we simply need to display the images, guys. So right here, just outside this div, we will have another div for the images, which will be image grid class. We have given this class in the CSS. So right here, we will again use the for each loop. Images is an array here. For each image, we will close it inside this bracket. So we will basically have a div which will have a class of image item, image source. So we will be basically displaying it from the uploads directory as public directory as static. So image, that's all, guys. So you can see we are displaying it from the uploads directory wherever we are storing these images. So if I just refresh now, guys, all of our image files will be shown right here. This is your pagination, and currently we are on page number 4 and limit is 3. And directly you can change this in the URL as well, guys. If I change this to page number 2, I will navigate to the second page. If I want to navigate to the first page, I can use these buttons as well. If I go to the last button, last page, it will be there. If I want to go to the previous page, this is also working here. If I want to go to the next page, so this is a fully functional pagination project, guys, which I developed in Node.js Express, EJS, and Multer. So it is basically you can display as many images as you want. So you can see that. So it will basically calculate, you can see 16 pages it has calculated, and based upon how many images you want to display, so it will automatically calculate the number of pages which will be required. So anytime you can change this value in the middleware. Basically just change this here. If I want to display, let's suppose 6 images instead of 3, so what you can do is that now refresh. So last page, now only 8 pages will be there because we are displaying 6 images. You can see that. So this was a tutorial, guys, fully functional. The full source code is given in the description of the video. Hopefully you will like this video, guys. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel as well, and and I will be seeing you in the next video.